Greetings. Continuing on with the old school versus new, 1969 versus 2019. I'll tell you the reason why I picked those 2 years. But why did I call this old school and new school? Because you got young Pharaoh saying that the old niggas didn't do nothing. You know. Plus he's dissing the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now I'm not on young Pharaoh because he's dissing or trying to roast Mr. Farrakhan and his FOI. But why would he talk about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad? When the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was the most successful black leader over here in America that it ever was.
Down and interview the Peruvian ambassador to import goods if you just some lowlife. Let's make that clear. They recognize the Nation of Islam as a nation within a nation, and that alone speaks volumes to who the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad is and who his God is. But let's go further. Let's look at the magnitude of the Muhammad's Fish program. Because what we need to consider, brothers and sisters, is all of us know the condition of black people in America today. We see that right now today, no one in America today can unite the black man economically. And this is why you have Arabs, Koreans, Jews, all these other people can come in our neighborhoods, set up their businesses, and be more successful than black people can be. So this is another example to show who the messenger is, because the messenger was able to take deaf, dumb, and blind Negroes, transform their lives, unite their dollars, and build a black economy. And if you think that that's lightweight, then you tell me who has ever done it. Some might want to say Marcus Garvey. So if you say Marcus Garvey, show us the black economic program that was successful, that was carried out by Marcus Garvey. Don't tell me what Marcus Garvey tried to do, because the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad didn't try to set up the import and export. He set it up. He ran it, and it was successful. That's what people need to explain when they say that the messenger copied off Marcus Garvey. If the messenger copied off Marcus Garvey, you have to show us a successful program that Marcus Garvey set up, that he operated, not something that he tried to do. Don't tell me about what he taught or what he said. Show me what he did. And I'm not criticizing Marcus Garvey, but I'm standing up for the messenger. And Marcus Garvey couldn't tie the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad's shoes. Neither could Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And that's just the facts. Because I'm going to give examples of the messenger's economic program. And you show me anyone. When I say any, I mean anyone. Yesterday and today, who has ever set up an economic program for black people that was successful. So, in this video, mostly what I want brothers and sisters to do is look at the accomplishments of the Muslim magazine that's on Muhammad Speaks website.
Do you know how Marcus Garvey failed? How he failed? What a tip? The beginning of his fall was he had hired a Jew, a Caucasian Jew, and put him in his inner circle. That was the beginning of his fall. Y'all got to read up on that kind of history. And then Muhammad Ali, you know, he was barely getting started before he got assassinated, or something happened to him mysteriously. You see? And then now, let's bring it up to now. Nipsey, from what they say about Nipsey Hussle. When you look at all what they said he had on the drawing board, he would have if he would have succeeded, he would have been equal to the accomplishments of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. All what he had on the drawing board, what they said he had planned out. They don't say everything he had planned out, but they just talk about that documentary he was going to get ready to put out. And then they talk about his music career. And then they talk about the marathon. But he was getting ready to build either condominiums or some type of apartment buildings and stores, and then he was going to get into the technological aspect of the game with computers, and then he was going to get into the financial part of it with what they call that crypto dollars or something like that. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. And even Mr. Louis Farrakhan, he ain't doing that. You see, everybody just see people get caught up into personalities, people's charisma. The women get caught up in the guy's looks or whatever, his sex appeal, his appeal to women, and you know, we all know Minister Farrakhan be sharp than the mother. He be sharp, man. You know, he be dressing like those Macs. You know, up here in Detroit, man. That's how they roll up here. But now, the reason why it's old school versus new school, we was doing better back then than y'all doing now. We was doing better back then. Up here in Detroit, brothers had all types of businesses, man. The same kind of businesses that the Arabs got running now, brothers ran. Car lots, mail fire. We had a whole lot of black Cadillac dealers. I can't think of their name right now. All kind of black car dealers. John Conyers had a brother that had two car dealerships. One was on 12th, I think, and one was on Jefferson. And then we had a couple of black supermarkets, big black supermarkets, not no small little mama and pop stores. You know, and then if you want to include the Nation back in 1969, what did they have? You know, they had a bunch of farms, man. I don't forget how many they had, but it was more than one. You see all the trucks they had with the fish. That fish came a little bit later, I think. But they had slaughterhouses. They had what else? Clothing stores. They had a community of Muslims up here in Detroit on Linwood. I'm gonna get out, you know, now that it's kind of warm. I'm gonna take you around Detroit and show you where they still got some remnants of the Nation of Islam buildings still up, I think, and show you different sites that the Muslims up here, you know, they didn't try to preserve none of that, man. So, you know, the brothers done went and fell down. Now this brother who posted this, he a young brother. I think he with a brother Levi. And he's a, you know, now I'm down with this brother. I co-sign what this brother is trying to do. But we just can't just talk about it. Now if y'all start a program getting back to farms and getting getting hospitals here in Detroit, because I'm illustrating to you in my videos that the Caucasian is mining our melanin. They're mining it, you know. And who was the first one to talk about pigmentation? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You know. Who was the first one to talk about the original man? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So we can't, the only way we can keep his legacy alive is to work his entire program. Now we don't know all the things that he had planned, but I know he had that black hospital on the board. He had How to Eat to Live on the board. Now they're gonna try to put Dr. Sebi up against the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And they say Mr. Farrakhan diss Dr. Sebi or whatever. But Dr. Sebi, you know, Mr. Farrakhan's still living. And Dr. Sebi was real sick when he died. Some say he was killed. Maybe. But why you gonna try to put up, you know, start that infighting thing? We don't need that right now. I'm gonna talk about what the enemy is doing to us that y'all don't say nothing about in the next video. That we did. This is Black Light.